Hey guys, welcome back to Brit's Book Corner. This video is going to be the start of my Camp Nano writing vlogs. In my April goals, I wanted to work on my Project Kiss, I probably called it Project Summer, novel that I started plotting out with Save the Cat. And so I'm halfway through that book and I want to finish that. I also want to write or finish writing a book for Wattpad, which I'm already working on. And I also want to try to plot a couple other stories. So that's a recap of the goals that I want to do for Camp Nano. It's time for me to explain something. Today is March 28th. Now, I know I could wait until Wednesday to start writing and kind of just going along those lines, but I haven't looked at my Camp Nano project at all since February. I haven't read any of it. I haven't looked at the beat sheet. I haven't done anything to it since February. Now, why is that important? Because I don't remember exactly where I was going with the story. So I figured I can take the next 3 days or, today and maybe Monday or Tuesday to reacquaint myself with the story, to write a little bit more, and just to get into this Camp Nano life, because I don't really know how this is gonna go. I'm homeschooling my 6-year-old and we're stuck at home because Michigan is on shelter in place, and I just kind of want to get into a rhythm with this. So I'm gonna start Camp Nano a couple days early and we're just gonna see. Alright, you guys, so I just finished writing beat 8 after going back through and reading my beat sheet, familiarizing myself with my Excel spreadsheets, everything that I was doing before. I feel really good about this. So it's really good to kind of be at the spot and know where I am and know where I was and just all of that. So I feel really good right now about that. But I found myself during writing beat 8, chapter 20 of this book, I found myself having to search and find in my document specific things. Things like names of characters that I never really remembered, things along those lines, only because I probably should have remembered them. And I didn't remember, and I had to find them, and I had to find like certain aspects of things, and it's fine, but it sucked that I had to do that. So yeah, I feel really good, really productive over this, and I feel great. So what I want to do is I want to take the first half of Camp Nano, the first 2 weeks, and get Act 2 finished. That means just finish writing Act 2, figure out if my chapters are going to work, if I need to add more, whatever it is I need to do to finish it. I need to get that done. And then take the last 2 weeks of Camp Nano and get Act 3 done. Act 3 is nowhere near as long as Act 2, but I feel like giving myself 2 weeks to do both is going to be really good, especially since, I have other projects going on. So 2 weeks for Act 2, 2 weeks for Act 3, and then we're good. I also want to work a little bit each day on my Wattpad book. So write a chapter or two on my Wattpad book. Kind of however much I write for Project Kiss, I write for my Wattpad story. So I feel like that's going to be a good kind of, you know, decision. I don't know how well it's going to work, and I still don't know my writing schedule of what's going to happen come Wednesday. All I know is I need to get it figured out, because I just need to get it figured out. So I just finished writing chapter 22, and I still have one more chapter before I move on to the next beat. And now that I'm re-familiar with the story and everything that I had planned for the story or changed over time, kind of just flew out the window and my own kind of thing happened. But now I'm stuck. I have this dilemma of, do I want to write this third chapter today and just start tomorrow with a whole new beat? Or do I take the rest of the day, work on my Wattpad story, or possibly even plotting a new one, and just save Project Kiss for tomorrow, for this last chapter for tomorrow, so it can have all of my, you know, time and attention? I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. I know, I just don't know. So this is my chapter map. So we have, you know, Act 1 right here, Act 2 right here, and Act 3. Last time I showed you guys this, there was only 27 chapters in Act 2. There's now 28, because I added in a chapter in between beats 10 and 11, because I feel like that needs to happen. If I need to add more, I totally can. Over here in Act 3, I added in an extra chapter in between beat 13 and beat 14. This way, I can kind of work with my storyline and all of that, and just kind of go with my beats and fill in as they go. I might need to add in another beat or another chapter between 12 and 13, and I still might need to add chapters between 10 and 11 or 9 and 10, just to see how they go. I'm not real sure on how that's going to work, but that's that. Now, this is my word count thing. Nothing really has changed here. It's pretty much the same. I'm still, you know, highlighting in the color of the axe according to the key over here. But you know, I'm still doing it, still working. I'm still in the middle of a beat, so I haven't written another beat yet. And then this is my beat sheet. I haven't done anything over here other than add in the beat that I wrote yesterday. And that's just about it. So, good morning, guys. It is Monday. And I am about to start writing. My plan for the day is to get one chapter done on Project Kiss, do 1 or 2 chapters on Wattpad, and then maybe do a little bit of plotting today. I don't know. I might just stick with Project Kiss today just because I feel under the weather a little bit. So we'll see exactly like how this day goes. I am 1 chapter away from being at beat 9, which is the bad guys close in. So I feel really good about that. And we're just going to see. So yeah, let's get to writing. Just checking in real quick. I just finished writing chapter 23, which was the last chapter before the bad guys close in beat. So midpoint is completely 100% done, and I feel really, really glad about that. I am keeping track of my word counts like I was before. In my Excel spreadsheet, like I said in yesterday's clips. I am keeping track of all of those, but I'm also keeping track on the NaNoWriMo website. So this is my Wattpad setup. You know, this is just how it looks to write on Wattpad on PC. But what I came on here to show you is that every time I write a chapter, I am transferring it into a Word document so that I can, keep track of word counts for the whole story, but also just keep track of any editorial changes that need to be made or grammatical changes that need to be made in a story. So this is how I'm working on this. There's like 32 pages of stuff that I've written from Wattpad. All of this came from Wattpad, and it is in varying different fonts. Every time I copy and paste something, it is in a different font. Like, let me see, like this, that's one font, and that's a complete other font. Like, they're two different fonts. So we'll just see how this goes. So I just got done writing a chapter for Wattpad, which I'm really thankful I did. It was a really hard chapter for me to write because it was talking about a couple topics that I've lived through, not necessarily from a child to a parent perspective like it was in this book, but more from a grandparent to a grandchild perspective. Is how I lived through it. So it was a little hard to talk about because it was bringing up memories about people that I haven't seen in a while and that passed away that I miss and all that stuff. So it was really hard to write this chapter. It was really emotional. I felt really tied into this character during this moment. So that's where we're at. I got that done. So I wrote 2 chapters today, and I've been writing for just about an hour. So it's March 31st, one more day, and it is Camp Nano. I'm surprised, I'm excited, and I'm nervous about Camp Nano because I'm nervous that I'm going to finish both of these and all my plotting that I want to do before Camp Nano is over. Like, I'm so scared of doing that. I don't know why, but that's what I'm feeling. So today's main goal is to get 2 or 3 chapters written for Wattpad. I don't really want to focus on Project Kiss right now. I want to save that for tomorrow because it's officially Camp Nano, and I want to do my Camp Nano project solely on Camp Nano Day. So I want to work on Wattpad. I might do a little bit of planning or plotting with Save the Cat for another story. I'm not sure on that yet. I haven't done any research or like come up with an idea on what I want to do for that story yet. So we'll see how all of this goes. I'll keep checking in periodically throughout the day, and we'll just see, because right now I don't know what I'm going to do. Quick check-in. I have written 1 chapter. It's taken me about a half an hour. These chapters don't take me too awful long to write because I already know kind of roughly where I want the story to go. I have 1 or 2 more chapters left to go. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that, if I'm going to write 1 or 2 more, if I'm going to write more, or whatever. But I do need to take a quick break right now because I'm a little thirsty and maybe a little bit hungry. And yeah, so we're just going to see what happens. I'll check back in a few minutes, but I feel pretty good with what I'm writing, and I feel really good with how this whole routine is starting, and I'm super excited. Guys, so I just finished writing the second chapter that I needed to write today, or wanted to write today. My original goal was to do 2 or 3, but I don't think I'm going to do a third chapter today because I'm stuck. I wrote this last chapter leading up to an event that's happening, or that's going to happen. And I am now left with the dilemma, do I do this event right after this chapter, or do I make it be, do I make this next chapter be what happens immediately after the events of this last chapter I wrote, but before the event? I don't know. See, I'm stuck. And I don't want to write a chapter and not know where I'm going with it. So I think I'm just going to let it sit. If I pick my computer up later today and write some more, then so be it. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do or where to go with this. So because I don't know which direction I want to take this next chapter or the next 2 chapters, I'm going to call it quits for right now. So I am so glad I took the last 4 days of March to reacquaint myself with my writing projects that I wanted to do for Camp Nano. I'm really glad that I reacquainted myself with Project Kiss because I had no idea what I wanted to do. Like, I remembered it up until like 2 weeks ago. Like, every day I thought about it because I thought about writing and all of that stuff. And I really, just 2 weeks ago, I forgot where I wanted the story to go. So reacquainting myself with Project Kiss is amazing, and I'm glad I did it. I feel really comfortable where I'm at now. Yesterday, I reworked some of the plot points in my beat sheet so that I could remember where I wanted to go or mold it to where I want it to go now. I feel really good with where I'm at with my Wattpad story. It's coming together really nicely. I'm at a spot where I do have questions I need to ask myself on how I want the story to go a little bit, but I feel really good with where I'm at with that. And then even though I haven't done any kind of research or decision making on the plotting aspect of my goals for Camp Nano, I do know that I have 30 days to get it done, and even if I don't get it done, it's a side goal. So if it doesn't get done, it doesn't get done. But I feel really set up and really ready for Camp Nano. I am excited because this is my first Camp Nano, so I've never done a Camp Nano before, and I feel fully prepared. So thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below and let me know if you're doing Camp Nano and what your goals are for Camp Nano. And please like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, which will be linked down below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.